Hi, everybody. It's Tim Gollner, Director of Quality Implementations and Services for ABCO Strategy, here to talk to you about the most recent updates to ISO 9001:2015, the revision. The intention of this presentation is to provide a summary of notable changes from the ISO 9001:2008 standard to the ISO 9001:2015 standard. Let's talk about some key perspectives. As you probably already know, ISO 9001 is the international standard that specifies requirements for a quality management system. Your organization, as well as many others, will use this standard to demonstrate the ability to consistently provide products and services that meet all the requirements of its clients and this standard. A revised version of ISO 9001 appears approximately every 7 years. This version was published in September 2015. During this video, we will try to help you understand the basic differences between the ISO 9001:2008 version and the new ISO 9001:2015 version, and what or why we should transition. These are all reasons why we should transition. Adapting to a changing world. Increasingly complex environments in which organizations operate. To provide a consistent foundation for the future. Ensure alignment with other management systems. If you are wondering if the new revision applies to you or your organization, the answer is yes. The ISO 9001 standard applies to any organization regardless of size, type, or industry. If your organization is already certified, you are encouraged to transition to ISO 9001:2015 as soon as possible. Your commitment to implement the new 2015 standard will not only show your customers that your organization provides products and services of consistent quality, but also improves your business processes, increases customer satisfaction, and greatly improves the public image of your organization. So let's start reviewing the differences. The main differences between them is that the new standard has 10 clauses instead of 8 like the previous version. The first 3 clauses are mainly the same as the previous version, but there are considerable differences between the 4th clause onwards. They are now organized to the PDCA cycle, Plan, Do, Check, Act. The 2015 clauses are as follows. Clause 0, Introduction. Clause 1, Scope. Clause 2, Normative Reference. Clause 3, Terms and Definitions. Clause 4, Context of the organization. Clause 5, Leadership. Clause 6, Planning. Clause 7, Support. Clause 8, Operation. Clause 9, Performance Evaluation. Clause 10, Improvement. Clauses 4, 5, 6, and 7 are part of the Plan cycle of the PDCA cycle. Clause 8 is part of the Do cycle. Clause 9 is the Check cycle. Clause 10 is the Act cycle. With this new framework, organizations will be able to continuously improve their internal processes. Annex SL is a new management system format that helps streamline creation of new standards and makes implementing multiple standards within one organization easier. It replaces ISO's Guide 83, which provided a base structure and standardized text for management system standards. This means that the core elements that build the standards are the same as in other international standards, such as ISO 27001 Security Management, ISO 14001 Environmental Management, 18001 Health and Safety Management, and many more. The 2015 standard is more focused on differences between input and output. What this means is that your organization should pay close attention to the materials and information that are supplied by your suppliers and any outsourced item to fulfill client needs. It is important to note that the new 2015 version has more emphasis on risk management. In the new standard, focus on risk is mentioned 48 times. In the 2008 version, the concept risk occurs only 3 times. Another focus of the current version is the context of the organization. Determining the organizational context enables a more effective implementation of the quality management system. The concept of interested parties is also addressed. It extends itself not only to your customers, but also your suppliers, personnel, shareholders, and any external or internal party that would be related to the organization. The concept of preventive actions were removed from the standard as it is now considered redundant since identifying risk and mitigation of risk is required. Determining risk and opportunities increases the effectiveness of the organization's QMS. The new version emphasizes the importance of leadership and management commitment. It requires greater involvement of top managers and organizational leaders to control the quality management system. It has eliminated the requirement to appoint a single point of contact. The ISO 9001:2015 standard no longer requires documented procedures or manuals. Instead, documented information is expected from your organization, which will define the information that the organization has to control and maintain. Therefore, diverse forms of evidence or documentation is possible. Important changes to terminology: products and services instead of products, documented information instead of documents, quality manual, documented procedures, records, or instructions, environment for the operation process instead of work environment, monitoring and measuring resources instead of monitoring and measuring equipment, externally provided products and services instead of purchased products, external provided instead of supplier. Let's talk a little bit about a transition from ISO 9001:2008 to ISO 9001:2015. In September 2015, your registrar should have notified you that you had 3 years to transition and that your certification to ISO 9001:2008 will no longer be valid after September 2018. So it's very important to transition now or as soon as you can possibly put it in your budget. So now that you know the main differences, you must be wondering, how can my organization transition or implement ISO 9001:2015? Please stay tuned for more free video content on how to implement or transition to this standard. Thank you for viewing this today. If you have any questions or comments, please direct them to the email listed below. Again, my name is Tim Goellner, Director of Quality Implementations and Services for ABCO Strategy, and remember, you can count on us.